Almost Shabbat Shalom. Hello, everyone. Oh, the lighting is a little bit. There you go. Wow, this is what a stormy day. Stormy Friday. Stormy Friday. Let's see. There you go. Now this should be fine. Jethro was the father-in-law of Moses. So that's the portion we're reading today. But before that, I want to start about something that I heard today, actually. And this term of kosher friendly. Somebody that, and here's the thing that we've become so the politically correct, I think, is a term that was good for the 90s or 2000. Today, it's just became so overly used, or So and all from good intentions of the people who are saying, but who are using that. But I had today somebody who is interested in not offending this group or the other, and we're talking about Jewish food and food that is kosher. And she said, "Oh, so if it is not kosher friendly, then it's not eaten." And this is the first time I've ever heard the term kosher friendly. Never heard before the term kosher friendly. That's a great term for itself. It's either kosher or not kosher. There is no kosher friendly. It's like saying the flight is full. There is not very full. It's either full or it's not full. There are no folding chairs to make it very full, right? So So kosher friendly in this connotation was is it in the realm of kosher? Is it can it be eaten? It's either kosher or not kosher. And how does that tie into this? It ties into this in this form. Jethro, he was the Midianites. He was a high priest of the Midianites. He wasn't Jewish in the beginning. And then he realized that really there is only one way to go. And at that time, how they referred is the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. So there was one way for him to go. And when he decided to abolish all idolatry and every other things that were not in the Jewish faith and the Jewish tradition and so forth, then he was outcasted by his people. So his daughters, when they went to the well to pull water up, Moses came. But they thought he was Egyptian because he was dressed as an Egyptian. He ran away from Egypt. Moses came and he dug the water up and he gave the daughters, and then Jethro asked his daughters, well, why didn't you bring him? Why didn't you bring Moses over, this guy who helped you to pull the water up and kick out those who try to take the water away from you? So they brought him, and he offered his daughter and Tzipporah, and then he became his father-in-law. So he realized, like I talked in the beginning about this term, kosher friendly. It's either kosher or not kosher. It's either something that you want to eat, or something that you want to be engaged in, or something that you want to be part of, or you don't. There is no full flight or very full flight. There is no very full flight. There is a full flight. Right? So out of that, many times we're doing things and we don't know really what the outcome is. Moreover, we may fear that the outcome will not be at our best interest, but we're doing, we're being presented with an opportunity. We're being presented a certain challenge in our life, a certain path, something taking a new path that is completely different from any kind of thing that you've done in the past. Anything. So something that is a complete different, and there is this fear of, well, what am I going to do? There is, up until now, well, let's we take a job, for example. Up until now, I was in this place, I wasn't making that much money, but it was kind of secure, but I knew where I'm going. I knew I'm coming in the morning, I'm going in the evening, and suddenly the rug is being taken, the floor is being snatched out of underneath your feet, right? And you have to readjust everything, boom, 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 within a very short amount of time. So just like with Jethro, for example, he was the high priest of the Midianite, at that time, a bigwig, right? A bigwig. He was a big kahuna. And he decided he realized that he believed in something. Yes, it wasn't forced upon him, but nevertheless, it was something that was different than what he was accustomed to. And he decided that God is the way, and enough with the statue, enough with the idolatries, enough with all this kind of stuff. He wants to do his way. So he was outcasted. He was kind of like excommunicated, if you will, or just or ostracized, or whatever those terms. Each one of us went probably once, one form or the other of this kind of situation. And then his daughters, they went to get water, so everybody else is bullying them. They pull the water up. These guys come, they push them, they take the water. Again, they have to do it all over again. And so he's enduring this suffering. But what ended up turning up to be, he was the father-in-law of Moses. It was the goodness that comes out of what appears not to be good. It's the honey in the thorn. It's we can bring all these examples. It's the sweet spot in the entire sea of bitterness. It's that is what it's all about. And we don't know how things are going to turn out. And that goes with manifestation. How are we manifesting? I want to touch about this a little bit here. How do we manifest? How is manifestation coming to be? For either way, you've been thinking about something or someone, and suddenly you see this person. Suddenly you see this person. Suddenly you see this person is coming into life. I've been thinking about certain things that I want to do with my film and with other things that are going around, and things have start showing up. People start showing up. Here is the thing. When we ask for something, yes, we have the action, yes, we have to do, because if we don't do the action, if we don't do the best, Ishtadlus, the effort that we put in, if we don't do the effort of whether it is writing a letter, or whether it is filling an application, or whether it is going to a meeting, or mixers, or all this kind of stuff, that's our input, that's our contribution. That's our contribution to make the manifestation, make this happen. But before that, think about the time when you ask for something. What emotional and spiritual state you inhabit within yourself? What is it? Are you coming from a place of a scarcity? Are you coming from a place of, no, I have to have this, please, 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 yes, I'm asking for it, meaning, what if now I tell you don't get it? This is going to devastate you. That is the energy that will not bring in anything. On the contrary, this is the energy that will keep you further away from that which you want, because you are in a place of a need. And when we are a place of a need, the need becomes us. When we are in a place of a need, the need becomes us. We cannot be in a place that we're asking for something or we want something because we are needy, or because we are desperate, or because we are coming from a place. Because guess what happens during these times? During these times when we are in a need or we are desperate, yes, it becomes us, but it clouds our really our pure thought. It clouds our pure intention. It clouds the truth. And remember, I was saying truth has no emotions. The emotions is what we put in onto the truth. So when we ask for something, are we in good space? Are we in a place of empowerment, or are we in a place of a need? So I would ask you to take yourself to anything that you are asking for. Take yourself to the place where you asked for it. If you are asking, why didn't it happen yet? What's going on? Ask yourself, how did you feel at the time that you've been asking for what you've been asking for? How did you feel? Did you feel low? Did you feel a little down? Were you coming from a place of a need? Were you coming from a place of despair? Or were you coming from a place of encouragement? Coming from a place of pumped up? You know, sometimes, I know with me, like if I would go to a music show, a performance, right? And I see the musicians, I get pumped up. I get like, so, and there is this excitement. There is this moment of few moments, or maybe a day or something, of excitement. So if I go to a screening of a film and then I'm talking to the director, and there is this excitement. That is the creative state. And that state is so powerful. That is the state where we are to ask and to intentionalize what we're asking for, what we want. And after that, we have to do what we need to do. Continue to do the applications, or doing things. That is kosher friendly. That is kosher friendly. Why? Because you're doing something that is how it is supposed to be. Jethro did what he was supposed to do, that he knew that what he needs to do is this. And it is right. And it fits and it sits right. And you know that when you do something that fits and sits right, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. It just fits into the piece. You know, you feel right with it. And that's kosher friendly. That is the right way of manifesting. That is the right way of doing. There are also sometimes things that when we are thinking of somebody, they might come in a different way or fashion. This is something that happened today. Yesterday, I was thinking about a friend, Anna Laurent, that I've worked with in the past years on my film, and she was writing, and she was in the shoots, and yesterday she just out of nowhere, she came into my presence. I saw her face. I was standing out here on the porch. I saw her face. And for no reason, I was thinking of her, and it's almost like we had a conversation. Almost like we had a conversation without, and then I was wondering. I said, oh, maybe I should send her an email. I haven't talked to her in a while. Send her an email, see what's going on with her. And this morning, I got a message that she passed away from cancer. And earlier this morning, late at night. So it feels like the souls were talking, like there was information that was exchanged. So unfortunately, these things happen as well. And so I was really saddened by that. And I was also confident in the ability of communicating beyond this physical realm. And if we can communicate beyond this physical realm, we can do so much more. And I know that we can do so much more. So be kosher friendly to you. Be in a place where you know how you feel, where what you feel is an empowerment and encouragement and creative, and then you can ask. And then and ask, and you shall receive, and do the stuff that needs to follow through. Shabbat Shalom. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.